My sweetheart, maybe tonight, something inside me feels both very heavy and very honest at the same time. It's like my heart finally found the courage it has been avoiding for so long. I can't hide from what I feel anymore. I can't lie to myself about you anymore. Baby, I can't keep acting like you're just a small, quiet part of my life, sitting in the background where nobody really sees how important you are to me. I don't want to pretend you're just someone when in my heart you are so much more. I want you to know that the fear I used to carry is slowly breaking down. Piece by piece, it's falling away. And what's left behind is a deep, powerful desire to bring you fully into my world. Baby, I want to introduce you to my family. I want my friends to know you. I want the people who think they know me to finally see the version of me that exists when I'm with you. The more honest, more open, more loving version of me. I don't want you to be my secret anymore. I want you to be the person I stand beside with my whole heart, without hiding, without holding back. The more I sit with this truth, the more I see how naturally you've become part of my life. You are in my thoughts when I wake up and before I sleep. You're in the music I listen to, the dreams I have, the things I pray for. You didn't force your way in. You just arrived and slowly, gently, you settled into every corner of my world. And every time I tried to hide you from others, it didn't protect us. It just hurt me. It felt like I was cutting off a part of myself. I told myself that keeping you away from my family and friends would protect us. I thought it would save us from problems, questions, judgment, or expectations that I didn't feel ready to face. I tried to convince myself that privacy was maturity, that silence was wisdom, that distance was strategy. But baby, if I'm honest, those were just excuses. They were walls I built out of fear, not wisdom. Because the truth is, loving you has never been my weakness. Loving you has been the thing that pushes me toward my best self. You'll pull me backward. You quietly push me forward, toward honesty, toward growth, toward healing. You make me want to show up better, not just for you, but for myself. And now that I'm finally sitting with my feelings instead of running away from them, I can see clearly. You don't deserve to be hidden. You deserve to be held openly. Your love isn't fragile. My courage was, but baby, my courage is growing now. It's not perfect, but it's stronger than it used to be. And with this new courage, I don't just want you in my life silently. I want you in my life visibly. I want my world to know you. There's something else I've never said out loud. Whenever I imagined bringing someone home to meet my family, I always pictured a future version of me. Someone older, someone more stable, someone who had everything figured out. I thought I had to be perfectly ready before I could say, "This is my person." I believed love needed the perfect timing, the perfect situation, the perfect version of me. But life has humbled me. It has shown me that love doesn't wait for perfect timing. Love creates its own timing. And baby, that's what you do. You change the timing in my heart. Your presence resets the clock inside me. When you speak, the rhythm of my plans changes. When you're near, the temperature of my fears shifts. Things that used to scare me don't feel as big when I think of you beside me. Every time you stepped into my life, even in small ways, everything around me moved a little closer to what I always prayed for, but never thought I truly deserved. And that's why hiding you started to feel so wrong. It began to feel like I was hiding the realest, most honest part of myself. Baby, I can't do that anymore. I won't do that anymore. I need you to know how hard it has been for me to admit all of this. Not because I don't love you, but because I love you so much that it scares me. The intensity of it has made me face parts of myself I wanted to ignore. Loving you made me look at my fears, my insecurities, my old wounds, my patterns that keep repeating. Every time I pulled away, it wasn't me rejecting you. It was me feeling overwhelmed by my own emotions. Every time I stayed silent, It wasn't because I didn't care. It was because I was scared of saying the wrong thing, scared of breaking something that felt sacred and rare. When I didn't introduce you to the people closest to me, it was never because I was embarrassed by you. I was never ashamed of you. I was ashamed of me, ashamed that I wasn't where I thought I should be, ashamed that I didn't feel like the version of myself I believed you deserved. It wasn't you I was running from. I was running from my own reflection. But baby, I'm tired of running. Tonight, I choose honesty over fear. I choose you not just in my heart, but in my life. I'm ready to let the world know who you are to me. You waited for me with a kind of patience I still don't understand. You could have walked away so many times. You could have said, "This is too much. He's too confused. He's too slow." But you didn't. You stayed. You loved me gently when I was rough with myself. You were soft with me when I was hard on my own heart. You believed in me when I couldn't even see anything good in myself. I used to think love meant being perfect, saying the right things, never messing up, never being scared. But now I know the truth. Real love doesn't need perfection. It needs honesty. It needs someone who is willing to say, "I'm scared, but I'm here. I don't know everything, but I choose you." And honesty is all I have left now, baby. No more hiding. No more pretending I don't care as much as I do. No more acting like you're just someone special when the truth is, you're everything. I want you in every part of my life, not just in messages, not just in late night thoughts, but in real life, in my world, with my people. There's something I need to tell you, something I've never said clearly before, not to my family, not to my friends, not even fully to myself. Every time my family asked me about my future, who do you want to be with? What kind of person do you see yourself marrying? My mind always went straight to you. I didn't always say your name out loud, but inside, it was always you. When they talked about my future home, my future partner, my future children, I saw your face. I heard your laugh. I felt your presence. I imagined you sitting at the table during holiday dinners, smiling and laughing with my family. I imagined you helping in the kitchen, talking with the people who raised me, your voice blending with theirs like you had always belonged there. I imagined your hand in mine when life got heavy, when bad news came, when hard decisions needed to be made. I saw you standing beside me in moments that changed everything: graduations, moves, victories, losses, late night talks about life when nothing makes sense. I pictured all of this quietly. I kept it secret. I didn't let the words form in my mouth because I was scared. Scared that if I said it out loud, it would be too big, too serious, too soon. I was afraid that if I confessed how much I really saw you in my future, I might ruin what we had in the present. But now I understand. It was never too soon to feel what I felt. My feelings weren't early. My courage was late. The love I had for you was always on time. It was like divine timing hiding underneath my fear, waiting for me to grow into the version of myself that could finally say, "This is real. This is her. She's the one." When I think about bringing you to my family now, something inside me softens. It doesn't feel like introducing a stranger. It feels like taking someone home, not just for you, for me too. A part of me feels like I've finally come home when I picture you walking into that space with me. I want them to see what I see when I look at you. I want them to feel the warmth you carry just by being in the room. I want them to notice the gentleness in your voice, the way you listen, the way you care, the way you speak with your eyes even when your mouth is quiet. I want them to feel the wisdom behind your silence, the depth of your heart when you say simple words that somehow go straight to my soul. I want them to meet the woman who changed me without forcing me, the woman who shifted the way I think, the way I move through life, the way I love, the woman who woke up parts of me I didn't even know were sleeping, the part that believes in softness again, the part that believes in being vulnerable, the part that believes that maybe, just maybe, I am worthy of something this pure. I want the people closest to me to understand why you mean so much, why no one else could ever take your place, why it's your name my heart calls when I think about the future. I want them to see how serious this is for me. This isn't a phase. This isn't a passing feeling. You are tied to my future in a way I can't untie, and I don't want to. Please know, baby, I didn't come to this decision easily. I wrestled with it. I argued with myself. I tried to push it away. I told myself, maybe it's safer if no one knows. Maybe it's better if I keep this quiet. But the more I tried to silence it, the louder my heart became. It kept saying the same thing over and over. Love that is kept hidden for too long starts to suffocate. It stops breathing. It starts hurting. You don't deserve hidden love. You don't deserve half steps, half answers, half truths. You deserve to be loved openly, proudly, and without apology. You deserve someone who doesn't hesitate when people ask, "Who is she?" Someone who says your name with pride, not with fear. Someone who isn't scared to show the world who he loves. Someone who doesn't run away when emotions get intense. Someone who doesn't flinch at the word commitment. You deserve a man who stands next to you in the daylight, not just in private moments. A man who is proud to be seen with you. A man whose actions match his words. And baby, I want to be that man. I am becoming that man for you. Only you. Now, when I picture introducing you to my family, my heart still beats fast, but it's not fear anymore. It's excitement. It's anticipation. It's relief. It feels like finally breathing after holding my breath for too long. It feels like taking a step that was always meant to happen. A step my soul knew about long before my mind was ready. Baby, I keep imagining the moment you walk into the room. I see you stepping in, and everything gets a little quieter. People pause. Their eyes widen just a little, not because of how you look only, but because of what they feel. They can tell right away that you're not just a random guest. You're someone important, someone who carries meaning, someone whose presence changes the energy without even saying a word. I imagine my mother, my father, my siblings watching you. I imagine that silent look on their faces, like they're saying, "So this is the person you've been holding in your heart." And baby, I want to look right back at them with no hesitation, no fear, no doubt, and say, "Yes, this is her. This is the one." You have to understand something important, baby. I didn't come to this realization because I was lonely, or because people pressured me to settle down, or because of expectations from others. I didn't choose you out of fear. I chose you out of love. Real love. A love that doesn't stay on the surface, but goes deep. A love that makes me grow up, that asks for honesty, that pushes me to be vulnerable, that pulls me closer to the future I'm meant to live. A love that calls me into my destiny instead of away from it. When I look back at my life, I see things differently now. Every mistake, every delay, every heartbreak used to feel like punishment. Now I see they were lessons. They showed me what love is not, so I could recognize what love is when it finally arrived. Baby, you weren't the painful lesson. You were the blessing after the lesson. You're the part that makes the pain make sense. And because I see that so clearly now, the idea of keeping you hidden feels wrong. It feels heavy. It feels like trying to hide the sun behind my hand. Baby, hiding you now would be like trying to cover a light in a room that's been dark for years. That darkness would feel disrespectful after finally experiencing light. I can't go back to pretending. I can't pretend you don't matter. I don't want to live like that again. There's a truth sitting on my chest right now, warm and heavy, and I need you to hear it with your whole heart. Baby, I want my family and friends to see you. I want them to see the person who made me softer without breaking me, who made me stronger without turning me cold, who made me wiser without making me bitter or old in spirit. I want them to see the person who made room for my healing, the one who didn't run away when I was distant, when I was confused, when I didn't know how to express what I was feeling. You didn't give up on me when I was emotionally unavailable. You loved me even when loving me was not easy. You stayed when another person would have walked away. That matters more than words can explain. Baby, I want them to see the woman who became my peace in a world that constantly pressures me, my clarity in a life that's always full of noise, my calm in a season that has felt like confusion after confusion. I want them to know who has been quietly helping me grow, who has been guiding me without shouting, who has been grounding my emotions, inspiring my spirit, and touching my soul without needing attention or applause. And you, baby, you deserve to be seen. You deserve to be acknowledged for the way you've touched my life, for the way you've helped me become a better man, for the way your love has changed how I think, how I move, and how I see myself and my future. Every time I imagine you meeting the people I care about, I feel something powerful, like everything is lining up. It feels like destiny itself is nodding and saying, yes, this is right. There's no fight inside me anymore. No war. No inner conflict. No fear that makes me pull back. No doubt that makes me question what I feel. Just this deep sense that the timing is finally right. The energy is right. My heart is ready, baby. My soul is ready. For the first time, I'm not running from the path that leads to you. I'm not dodging it. I'm not pretending I don't see it. I'm walking it on purpose. I'm walking it with a clear mind and a steady heart. I'm walking it with the kind of confidence that only comes when you know deep down, all the way in your bones, that this person you're choosing is the person you were always meant to choose. Baby, I know there were times when I hurt you, times when my distance confused you, when my silence made you wonder if you were enough, when my hesitation made you question your own worth. Those moments will always stay with me, because they were the times when my fear spoke louder than my love, when my old wounds spoke louder than my heart, when my past had more power than my future. But baby, that version of me is fading. I am not the person I was when I first met you. I am not the person I was when I pulled away. I'm not the person I was when I pretended or wasn't falling for you. Even though I was, I've grown, I've changed, I've let go of some walls. I've woken up to what really matters. And now, the man I am becoming doesn't want to love you in the shadows, in half steps, or in secret. He wants to love you openly, clearly, proudly, fearlessly, where the whole world, including my family and friends, can see exactly who has my heart.